Okay, we are discussing with respect to the R0. For R0, for the voltage amplifier, it is a 0, right? So wherever R0, in that case we have to be written as a 0, right? So 0 plus RL, right? Only RL is remaining. So RL divided by RL, it is a 1, right? So V0 equal to, it is a 1, so that AV into VI is only remaining, right? So V0 equal to AV into VI. This is the equation which should be coming with respect to V0, right? So V0 equation, right? So whatever the value of V0, that should be, we have to be taking in equation number 1. This is equation number 1. Vs equal to Ri into Ii plus beta into V0, right? So see, V0 value we have taking out that equation. So it is nothing but a Vs equal to Ri into Ii plus beta into V0, right? So V0 value is nothing but a AV into Vi. So your value is Vs equal to Ri into Ii plus beta into AV into Vi, right? See here. Vs equal to Ri into Ii plus beta into AV into Vi. This is the value which will be coming with respect to the Vs, right? So see, this is nothing but a Vs equal to Ri plus beta into AV, right? So we know that phi equal to IR, right? We have seen that the same thing with respect to the Ohm's law. So wherever phi coming, we have to be written as a IR. So IR is nothing but I, which is I, it is a input, right? So I resistance for that is also input. So phi I equal to IR, it is nothing but II into Ri. So wherever phi coming, we have to be written as a Ri into II, right? So Ri into II plus beta into AV, Ri into II, right? So taking Ri into II as a common. So Ri into II as a common. So here 1 plus beta into AV is remaining here, right? So Vs as it is, and II, we know that phi upon I. That's why Vs II taking as here, multiply going here as a divided. So Vs upon II equal to Ri as it is, and 1 plus beta AV. Means what happened? Vs upon II, it indicate that RIF means your input resistance, right? So it is nothing but a Ri into 1 plus beta AV. What it indicate that your input, and when we have used the voltage amplifier, in that case your input impedance that should be increased by 1 plus beta AV times, right? See, the input resistance of voltage series feedback amplifier increases by 1 plus beta AV time, right? So why it is I'm telling, तर RI ची जी व्हॅल्यू आहे ना, त्याला हे युनिट वाढलेलं आहे, लक्षात घ्या. म्हणजेच तुमचा जर मी व्होल्टेज सिरीज जर फीडबॅक जर यूज केला इन केस ऑफ अम्प्लिफायर मध्ये, त्यावेळेस तुमचा जो इनपुट रेजिस्टन्स आहे ना, तो 1 प्लस बीटा व्ही टाइम्स मल्टिप्लाय होतो, म्हणजे वाढतो, लक्षात घ्या. ओके, हे लक्षात आलंय का तुम्हाला? व्होल्टेज सिरीज फीडबॅकच्या रिस्पेक्टिव्ह, म्हणजे जे तुमचं आउटपुट येतं ना RI, ते 1 प्लस बीटा व्ही टाइम इन्क्रीज होतं. कारण काय इन्क्रीज होतं, तर तुमचं जे आउटपुट जे इक्वेशन आलं ना, ते RIच्या 1 प्लस बीटा व्ही टाइम जास्त आहे, लक्षात घ्या. त्यामुळं तुमचा ज्यावेळेस RI म्हणजेच तुमचा इनपुट इम्पिडन्स तुम्ही जिथं कॅल्क्युलेट करता, त्यावेळेस ती व्हॅल्यू RIच्या 1 प्लस बीटा व्ही टाइम्स मॅक्झिमम येते. हे लक्षात आलंय का? याच्याबद्दल कुणाला काय प्रॉब्लेम, इक्वेशन मधला कुठला पॉइंट कळला नाही किंवा काय, रिप्लाय द्या मला. हॅलो, रिप्लाय द्या, काय याच्यातला कुठला कळला नाही इक्वेशन मधलं आधीच्या. या पानावरचं लक्षात आलंय का सगळ्यांच्या? प्लीज सांगा मला, हे लक्षात आलंय का? बर, याच्यात मधलं कुठलं इक्वेशन किंवा काय प्रॉब्लेम आहे? एकदा वाचा बरं, काय प्रॉब्लेम आहे का सांगा. लक्षात आलंय? पुढचं घ्यायचं आपल्याला, लक्षात आलंय नाही? रिप्लाय द्या, लक्षात आलंय ना?
येस सर.
So we have seen that another amplifier, that is current series feedback type of the amplifier. It is also called as transconductors type of the amplifier, right? So see, same thing. It also have the input circuit as well as output circuit. One of the important thing with respect to here, एक लक्षात आहे, VF equal to beta into V0 झालं, हे V0 नाहीये, I0 आहे, लक्षात घ्या, चुकलंय माझ्याकडनं. VF equal to beta into I0 आहे, सांगतो ते ज्यावेळेस इक्वेशनच्या वेळेस येईल त्यावेळेस. See, we have seen the current series type of the feedback amplifier, right? This is the diagram of the current series feedback type of the amplifier. We have applied the Vs as an input signal to the current series type of the feedback. Whatever the input current flowing through the current series feedback amplifier, it is II. At that time, current flowing through the that amplifier, that is a voltage flowing through that amplifier, that is a Phi. Okay, see. That should be missed when we are applying the Vs. In that case, current flowing through the input, that is I, and voltage flowing through Phi, that passing over Ri, that is input impedance of the voltage series feedback amplifier, right? At that time, there should be part of output. See, part of output is again applied to the input, that is nothing but a feedback, that is Phi. It is the value of Phi is nothing but a beta times of the output voltage, that is a Phi0, right? Sorry, beta times of I0. Why it is I0? Because output coming across, that is a I0, right? आता तुम्हाला सांगितलं होतं VF equal to beta into I0 असतं current type of the current series type of feedback. इथं चुकलेला आहे माझा. VF equal to beta into I0 आहे, लक्षात घ्या. कारण का आउटपुट जे येतं ना ते करंटच्या फॉर्म मध्ये येतं, ते फीडबॅक म्हणून इनपुटला अप्लाय होतं. म्हणजेच VF equal to I0 into beta. Okay, apply KVL to the input loop. There are two loops. One is input, other is output, right? So in case of input loop, that is an input loop. Start up with this, that is why it is a positive Vs II current flowing through the Ri, that is, and plus minus. So Vs minus of Ri into II, right? Minus of Ri into II, and going towards the here plus minus, so minus Vf. So your equation is Vs minus of II into Ri minus of Vf. This is the equation, right? So we have taking it should be with respect to Vs. In that case, negative point going another, it is a plus. So Vs equal to Ri II plus Vf plus Vf. Okay, but see, we know that Vf equal to beta into I0, right? Beta into I0, right? So wherever the term is coming Vf, we have to be written as a beta into I0, right? So see, Vf equal to beta into I0. So Vs equal to Ri into II plus beta into I0, which is 1 number equation. Okay, the output current is given by, now see out, but see, this is the we have to be calculation of the Vs during with respect to this input loop, right? Vs equal to Ri into II plus beta into I0. Okay, but with respect to output, we have seen that we have applying the voltage divider rule across this, right? Here in this loop, इथं output जे आपण voltage divider rule इथं apply करतोय, त्यामुळे काय होईल, इथं जर apply केला तर काय असणार आहे, हा रेजिस्टन्स डिवाइडेड बाय दोन्ही आउटपुटचा रेजिस्टन्स आणि तो रेजिस्टन्स, म्हणजेच R0 डिवाइडेड बाय R0 plus RL into applied voltage GM into VI. What is GM? Because it is a transconductance amplifier. So in case of transconductance amplifier, it is a GM, right? So that's why it is GM into VI. So your equation coming with respect to the I0 is nothing but a output current. So it is nothing but a when we are applying the voltage divider rule across it. So it is R0 divided by R0 plus RL into GM into VI, right? R0 divided by R0 plus RL into GM into VI. Okay, But see, when we have to be discussing the same thing with respect to the current series type of feedback, current series type of feedback, in that case, R0 should be infinite, current series type of feedback. Current series type of the feedback, right? In case of current series feedback, see, R0 should be infinite, right? Here also see, it is infinite. For the current series feedback, it is infinite, right? So infinite indicate that we have to be use the infinite term here, right? See, R0 equal to infinite, right? So for the current series feedback amplifier, we have to be use the R0 should be infinite, right? So infinite indicate that this value means R0 value should be infinite, right? So what it indicate that see R0 value in infinite indicate that this value, right? This value infinite, this is nothing but infinite plus RL, काय infinite plus RL म्हणजे याचा अर्थ काय झालं 100 आहे समजा 100 किंवा अगणित समजा infinite indicate that that is not measured, right? So it is plus 1, right? Means more plus 1 it is a more, so that infinite divided by infinite it is nothing but a 1. लक्षात घ्या मी काय सांगतोय ते R0 should be infinite indicate काय होतं R0 ची व्हॅल्यू इन्फिनाइट आहे आणि RL ची व्हॅल्यू काही पण असेल ना समजा 10 किलो ओम असेल इन्फिनाइट मध्ये 10 किलो ओम म्हणजे काहीच नाही लक्षात घ्या म्हणजे इट इज ऑल्सो इन्फिनाइट सो इन्फिनाइट डिवाइडेड बाय इन्फिनाइट इट इज अ 1, right? So 1 indicate that it is a 1, so I0 equal to only this value remaining, I0 equal to gm into vi, so that I0 equal to gm into vi. हे लक्षात आलंय का मला सांगा एकदा इक्वेशन कसं काय 1 आलं हे लक्षात आलंय का हे मी पहिल्यापासून सांगू परत एकदा इक्वेशन प्लीज रिप्लाय द्या लवकर सगळ्यात पहिल्यापासून सांगू का एकदा कोकरे लक्षात आलाय पहिल्यापासून सांगू ओके अप्लाय केवल टू द इनपुट इंडेट काय करता इथपासून सुरुवात करायची फीएस मायनस आय इंटू आर आय मायनस आय इंटू आर आय मायनस फी एफ हे इक्वेशन आलं बरोबर त्यातले फी एफ ची व्हॅल्यू आपल्याला माहिती आहे व्हीएफ इक्वल टू बीटा इंटू आय झिरो कशासाठी कारण आउटपुट मध्ये अप्लाय होते ते आय झिरो आहे व्ही झिरो नाहीये चुकलंय माझ्या आय झिरो आहे ओके सो wherever vf we have to be written as a beta into I0, right? F equal to beta into I0. So Vs equal to Ri into I plus beta into I0. Okay, the output current is given by for that purposes we are applying the here as a voltage divider rule, right? So when we are applying the voltage divider rule, it is nothing but R0 divided by R0 plus RL, right? Into applied voltage, that is Gm into Phi. So Gm into Phi R0 divided by R0 plus RL, right? So see R0 value equal to infinite, right? Infinite indicate that infinite plus RL. समजा हे 10 किलो ओम असेल आणि infinite plus 10, that is not, that is infinite, right? That is infinite. So infinite divided by infinite, it is a 1. So that only I0 equal to Gm into Vi remaining, right? So I0 equal to Gm into Vi. So wherever I0 coming, we have to be written as a Gm into Vi. See, substitute equation 2 in equation 1. This is your equation 1. So in that equation, I0 is coming here. So Vs equal to Ri into Ii plus beta Gm into Vi. Because for the I0, we have written as a Gm into Vi. See here, Vs equal to Ri into Ii plus beta into Gm into Vi. Okay. Now see, Vs equal to Ri into Ii plus beta into Gm. And phi is nothing but phi equal to IR, right? So voltage, input voltage equal to current, that is RI and II. So that for the phi we have to be written as a RI into II. So RI II plus beta into GM RI into II, right? So phi is equal to RI into II plus we have taking Ri into I as a common, Ri into I into bracket of 1 plus beta into GM, right? So Vs as a taking here, I taking as a base, so Vs upon I equal to Ri into 1 plus beta GM, right? 1 plus beta GM. So what it indicate that the input resistance of this is nothing but a current series type of the amplifier, right? So input resistance of current series feedback type of amplifier increases ri is nothing but the input impedance of the current series type of feedback. It should be increases by 1 plus beta gm times, right? So input impedance of your current series type of feedback, it should be Ri, it must be increases by 1 plus beta gm time in case of your current series type of the feedback. Okay. Give me the attendance. Roll number 1,
Present, sir.
2,
Present, sir.
3, 4, 5,
Present, sir.
6,
Yes, sir.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13,
Present, sir.
14, 15,
Yes, sir.
16, 17, 18,
Yes, sir.
19, 20, 21, 22,
Present, sir.
23, 24, 25,
Present, sir.
26,
Present, sir.
27, 28, 29,
Present, sir.
30, 31,
Yes, sir.
32, 33, 34, 35, 36,
Yes, sir.
37,
Yes, sir.
38,
Present, sir.
39, 40, 41,
Yes, sir.
42,
Yes, sir.
43,
Yes, sir.
44. Okay. Absent number सांगतो 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 16, 17, 19, 20, 21, 23, 24, 27, 28, 30, 32, 33, 34, 35, 39, 40. Okay.
12 present, sir.
12
Sir,
okay.
20 is present.
किती
20.
12.
12 ओके ओके अब करूया आपण